This is a shed we built a few years ago that needs to be taken to a new location. Unfortunately, there is not a wide enough gate or pathway to move it with a trailer or even using our shed mule. So the only other option is to use a crane. A crane is a really efficient way to move a shed, but it does have some drawbacks. There is the added cost, and also in a lot of cases, there isn't a spot to park the crane, so it's not blocking traffic and creating a safety hazard. But luckily, today's job is on a quiet street, and we can park the crane right in front of the house. If you're curious how much it costs to have a crane come out and do this job, I will go over that towards the end of the video. Before you can schedule a crane, there's a few factors we need to consider. We need to know the weight of the building and the total distance from the center of the shed to the center of the crane. This will determine the size of the crane we need to safely do the job. We have a good idea how much it weighs. We know this because the crane has a scale on it, and this building is similar to others we have moved in the past. And also, when we transport our sheds, we have to stop at the weigh stations and get weighed. The shed weighs roughly 1,700 pounds, and after measuring the distance, we know we are right about 86 feet. We might be able to get away with using a smaller crane, but on this job we are using a 40 ton, which means it's capable of lifting up to 80,000 pounds. When you first hear that, you might think that this crane is complete overkill for the job. But even though it's capable of lifting that much weight, that's only if what it's lifting is right next to it. As the crane extends its boom, it starts to lose its lifting capabilities. So by the time it's extended out 86 feet, it can only lift about 3,000 pounds. If it tried to pick up more weight, it could overload the crane and put too much stress on the cables and its base, which could result in it tipping over. And we certainly don't want that to happen. That bar you see is what we call a spreader bar. This will help relieve the pressure that the straps would put on the walls of the shed as it's being lifted in the air. Without this, it could cause the walls to buckle and cave in, causing structural damage. If you are enjoying the video, then please hit the like button. And also, consider subscribing to the channel to see more upcoming projects. You saw us earlier in the video putting 2x4s along the eaves of the roof. This will help protect the metal and shingles from getting damaged by the straps. You might be asking yourself, why not just get a new shed instead of going through all this trouble of moving it with a crane? Well, the cost of the crane was right about $700, and when you consider the price of a new shed, it's definitely worth the moving costs. This job went pretty smooth, and we were in and out of there in about an hour. Not bad. Thanks so much for watching.